testing. Hello. Ooh, my light's not on. And there we go. That may be a little bright, but we'll deal with it. Hi, welcome to stream. So excited that you're here. Turned down my mic just a schmoosh there. And yeah, we've got some stuff to do today. A few things actually. And I for one am beyond pumped about it. Let me see here. I've got a couple people joining in on YouTube, a couple people joining in on Twitch. So I'm glad that you're here. I've been watching some art streams all day today, just getting kind of pumped for it. I was feeling a little lethargic, if I'm being honest, earlier in the day, and I kind of told myself, like, I got to get better for stream, I got to get better for stream, I got to get better for stream, and lo and behold, here we are. Miracles do happen. So I'm pumped. Got a couple things. One that I want to say right off the bat is, excuse me, is if you are not part of our Discord yet, please check it out. We have a nice little community there. If you're watching on Twitch, you can look down below. I have a link on a gold button there for the Discord. Click that. That'll take you right to us. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be down in the description. There should be a link to our Discord. I would love to have you there. So come and join our little community, get some insight on what's going on, as well as information on our chicken stream happening on Wednesday. I am beyond excited for it. For those of you who don't know, I have several chickens, and I've had some people request, just kind of in that Discord and private chats with different people, to see the chickens. So I believe that I will be streaming on Wednesday for my game time in the morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me, chicken, game. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited for that too. Let's hop in. I've got some stuff I want to do. I kind of want to spend some time just doing a commission, and then after that we're going to do some art requests. A lot on the docket today, so I'm going to hop in. Hopefully our pens don't die on us like they did last stream. So yeah, let me see here. Gucci. So a couple streams ago you may have seen we did this guy here, and then we did kind of an older version of him, which was this character here. And next up what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing almost like a nightmare version of this character, them in their like ultimate form. And I've been thinking about it for a long time because I've been really excited about this character and this commission that I've had. So we had this guy, and the premise was this was a imp or demon creature wearing the skin of this goat, and as he got bigger and older, he was showing more of that demon. He still has the horns. The fire, being the spirit of this goat, is becoming more prominent, more prevalent. So we're going to go even bigger. At this point, the goat is hardly a concept. We're going all demon. We're on demon time today. So let's hop in. As per usual, I'm going to go and I'm going to start with my, probably want to put that at the top. My sketch layer I'm going to do at an opacity of 30% while I just kind of sketch out. Hey, what's going on, Stellar Adventure? Glad you made it. I know you said that you might be hopping on YouTube. I'm glad that you made it to Twitch so that we can chat a little easier. Not to say that I dislike chatting with people on YouTube. It just takes a little bit. I have to transition back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. And the Twitch side is so much more intuitive. You can see I'm wearing my Twitch Streamlabs shirt. So I'm a big fan of the integration that they have built in. But let's hop in. So I want to start. Where do I want to start? Let's zoom in first. I like to start big. We're doing this demon-y character. It's where to begin? I think the concept that was given to me, if I can go brush at 100%, was it should feel like the Horsemen of Death without being the Horsemen of Death. They're fine with skeletons, fine with skulls. The person who commissioned me for this is fine with all that stuff. We just want to make it not feel like, hey, I'm just going to draw a skeleton. So I'm going to try and get that same vibe from, is it this one? From this version, but a little bit more, I keep saying the demonic and demon, a little bit more demonic. That's what I'm going for here. So let's do that. One moment. Okay. Also, those horns trip me up every time. Let's just go nuts. And like I said, for those of you tuning in, it's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time now. At about an hour, I'm going to switch over to the random art. So if you have something that you're like, hey, I really want to see this, stick around. We're going to be doing it. I'm trying so desperately to steer away from what we're used to seeing on Rams. Like, I don't want to do the coiled horns because it's passé. So I'm doing something here. I don't know how I feel about it because on the previous version, this one here, we did these big swooping horns, and I feel like to do something smaller is really taking a step back. I want to go bigger. I want to go grander. But I do want to start, being that we are going this more demonic route, I want to capture those horns going upward. I want to capture like the devilly horns while still incorporating those big swooping ones that we had before. And like I said, we're trying to make like a horseman of death, goat, demon thing. That's the commission. Without just straight up saying we're gonna draw a skeleton. So yeah, I see that we got a couple more viewers. Hello, glad that you're here, glad that you're joining us. All sorts of stuff going on tonight, all sorts of cool art things going. Hey, Iridium, so glad you made it. I hopped into your stream the other day when you were playing Spyro, and I just kept thinking like, man, I really hope that that they hop into the stream later, because I love hanging out with you. So glad you are here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no problem. I wouldn't say it if it weren't true. I'm also kind of worried because I did one for this person that was a Wendigo, and obviously that's like a skeletal bestial creature. I don't want to just do that again, you know. I beated Zion in Kingdom Hearts 3 data battles on stream. Oh, frick. Of course I missed it. Okay, I'll have to go back. I hope that it's saved on there. I'll check it out. It's just been a I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a crazy week. So much going on. One of my kids is teething, so they're not wanting to be put down. It gets real difficult. It's in the VOD. Perfect. Awesome. So you can watch it. I will watch it. In fact, I will watch it, and I will be on your next live stream as well, because homies support homies. I was thinking about this character the other day, and the concept of this skin that it's wearing. Again, I'm really worried that I'm going to go the same route as the Wendigo. I'm purposefully not looking at it because I don't want to be inspired by it to do something like, oh, that's cool, I'll carry that over. So we're going to have to see. Gonna catch the YouTube stream. Twitch mobile app is darn near unusable. Oh, man, yeah, I know you were giving me those same issues before Stellar Avenger, so just... yeah, we'll see you on YouTube. When I get to the part where we're doing the art requests and stuff, I'll be sure to hop on over and make sure that I'm catching what we need in there. Ooh, I know. One of the things that we're supposed to carry over is this idea of a lantern. This character carries a lantern. And in the previous version, we had it being this like dangled lantern, as you can see there. And in its like baby version, we had it being this little like orb of energy, or like square of energy. So I think I'm gonna do a staff. I think that's really cool because the one of the references had a pitchfork. So cute. I'll keep it up for a sec. One of the references had a pitchfork, and the person said pitchforks are cool. Pitchforks are nice. It's a little on the nose. What can we do different? And I was kind of given free range on that. I think like a wizard or mage staff would be really cool, and if I can use the flames to kind of capture that same pitchfork vibe, I'm gonna. Oh, so cute. Yeah, I haven't done much art stuff, mostly because I've been lazy, but I'm working on story script stuff. Ooh, story script stuff. I won't ask you to divulge on stream, just in case it's something that you're trying to keep hush hush. But I'm excited to hear about it. I'm excited to learn about it. I hope that we get to hear more about that on your stream. I'm just hopping in real quick, making sure that I get the key notes here. They do not need a pitchfork, though I think it might like it for them if they have some kind of birdcage-shaped lantern. They do not need to go entirely engulfed in flame, but I do like the idea that they look a little bit more like some sort of demon than being the pitchfork reference. If you can think of any other things to make them look like an avatar of death, aside from making their head a skull, I would love to see what you have in mind. My mind, it is erasing with the possibilities. It's a secret. Hee hee muhahaha. Yeah, I'm eager to see what you're working on unveil. I'm gonna keep the hands with just the 2 fingers and kind of capture that cloven hoof look. I want to keep the idea that this was at one point a goat. But yeah, so this is an avatar of death. I like the phrasing. I had to double check on that. I like the phrasing that the client used for that. Of this is an avatar of death, and I wanna keep that because it's gonna help me out a lot with some things. Oh, you know what'd be really cool? I'm gonna do the thick legs. He's gonna be a thick boy. Ooh, he thick. Let's get these thick legs. I'm thinking something like Lucario, where he has those like faux shorts. You know, if I can do something like that. Let's say this is a Pokemon, it's not, but I get a lot of inspiration for these types of characters from that. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Also, he had a long beard in his previous version. I would love to keep that. The previous version, which is this one here, had so much going on that is so cool that I want to make sure I transfer over but go bigger. And I'm kind of concerned that I went too big with this version. So now I have nowhere to grow. But yeah, I'm bummed about it. Let's see what we can do, you know? I really love the art style of Spyro. It is like so cool. Oh yeah, you're playing your Spyro stream. I love Spyro. I'm such a... Whoops. Oh, good. I'm such a big Spyro fan. Spyro was actually I think it was the first video game that I ever played, like truly. Thinking Avatar of Death, what can I do to make that be interesting and different? What if I take that concept of death and make it time, and I make him have this really long beard? That's very tilted, but I will fix it in the final. Yeah, Spyro was like the first video game that I ever played. And it holds a special place in my heart because of that. My first video game was Crash Bandicoot. Spyro was my second game. Same universe. Yeah, but it holds a special place in my heart because of that. I specifically remember growing up, my mom watching TV, and it would get to a show that she didn't care about. I won't name the show, but it would get to a part of the show, or a show that she didn't care about. And at that point, it was the same show every day. At that point, I was permitted to turn on the PlayStation 1, flip it to channel 3, and watch to my heart's desire. Do those tufts of hair. I remember he had those tufts of hair that came out of the sides that were really long and flowy. But being that this is like the darker reflection, I want them to be less flowy, more harsh and jagged. It's cool, my first video. Yeah. That's so cool. Thank you. And then, I think the premise was like a wolf in sheep's clothing, so I am doing this big, long, flowy. Like, I want him to be flowy because he is like a living flame. So I want to capture that here. I'll probably move that a little bit more in a smoky manner. But for the moment, that's where we're going to be at. He's going to have the bent back legs. I'm going to go really long, as if he's very tall, but he is not at his full height. You know, like the premise that if you were to encounter this creature, sure, it's tall and imposing, but you do not know just quite how tall and imposing this thing could be. No idea the terror that awaits you. See, would the hair be made out of, like, fire? That's what I'm thinking. Either physically actually made out of fire and smoke, or giving off that vibe, that energy. So we will see. Like, if I do this is going to be a long... He is not only long, he is wide. I keep on having to adjust where he is in the frame. I think if I can mimic the scythe, almost. A branch that mimics a scythe. I'll have to make it bigger as we go, but... no, I much prefer the pitchfork. Maybe the creature can have a special aura around him to give it the mythical theme, you know. I do like that. Ooh, I can draw like some embers, some constantly burning embers. I want it to feel natural, so I don't want it to feel like it has a pitchfork. I want it to feel like it has these twisted vines that have become a pitchfork. I'm thinking, yeah, I like the idea of those, this aura. I think if I could do something like embers or ashes around him, it will just add to that spooky factor. Because I always do the heads just a little bit too big. I don't know why. I just do. And he's leaned a little far forward. His balance seems off. Okay. Alright, let's hop into some true line art here. I have to recall some of the key features of the previous here for a moment. He had that flame on his head. I don't think I want to transfer that. I think I'd like the concept that it's out. That even the light that is burning in his sleepy form, the dreaming energy of this fire is out. It is gone. It is only nightmare. So I'm gonna do that. He's gonna be bald, and I just want you to know why, lore-wise. Yes, would the background take place in a cave or a dead forest? That's what I'm thinking. For commissions, I don't often do backgrounds unless it's specifically asked for, because usually it's a design for a project that they're working on, and they need it to be easily modifiable, like to post it on socials and things. So I don't normally do backgrounds. But yeah, I anticipate that that's what it would be. What it would be like in a burnt down forest, like where so many creatures have come to pass, you know. I like lore because I like when there's reason to things. Like a character isn't just spooky or weird or kooky or crazy. There's a reason for it. So for this one, that's my personal headcanon for him is he's I'll do that. I will do that. I just don't know how yet. Is that these things are burnt out. He's manipulating the fire in ways that are taking life from, not giving to. I'm trying to figure out what to do with these eyelashes because the previous version had them and I like having them, but how to make them different. I'm thinking, what if I do them down? It kind of gives that aura of menace, and I kind of don't want that. I want this passive fear, this passive type of nightmare type material or character. So I'll do them up. I'll just keep them up. Not everything has to be 100% changed. I'm not looking to make a completely new character out of this, so they'll stay up. I'm adding, I always do that to myself. I start drawing and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. What if I change the structure completely? And it always messes me up. I start doing the actual sketch and then I'm like, ooh, what if I change this and change that I already had solidified in my head, and it just makes things a little bit more difficult for me. I don't know why I do it. I think it's just like the concept of, first off, not trusting myself enough in it, but second off, just thinking like it could be cooler. And eventually you just have to trust it. Luckily, I get a lot of really good clients who kind of see the vision and are willing to let it be and work with it. So I'm very lucky in that sense. I don't have a lot of people who, I don't get a lot of clients, I'll say, who turn down concepts and ideas at the drop of a hat. Ooh, there's my dog barking. If you hear somebody... I hope you can't hear him too bad. I'm fairly certain you can't, but... He's a good guard dog. The point is that, like, we live on a corner, so people walk by our house pretty regularly, and I'm not saying I want them to be fearful of my dog, but I live in a neighborhood that it's nice knowing that the neighbors are aware. It's nice knowing that the neighbors are aware that there is a dog there. I think it keeps the bad things from happening. Not to say that bad things would, but I didn't grow up in the best neighborhood, so I always have that in my head of, you know, be prepared. Hope that it doesn't, but don't be foolish enough to think that it will never. Oh man, I'm loving that. I am, though, realizing I didn't finalize those horns, but oh man, what if they are in that smoke in the back and they just kind of pop out the back, almost like he's a bone collector, like he's so overloaded with his collection that they're popping out back here and swooping. Because then I can get, here's what I'm thinking, and let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm mistaken or if I'm just being a lunatic about it. He's gonna have this big smoke billow, and I think I'm gonna make it even bigger, is the concept of almost like ribs kind of coming out, but they're going back, and so his horns are gonna go out and create this big crescent shape with his horns on the top. It's gonna create this big crescent shape that I'm a fan of, and I think that could be really, really, really cool. So like, where this goes, and then it were to come out like here, almost like carrying the moon on his back. I keep making it way too big. But that's what our select tool is for. Not our magnet select tool, oh goodness. It's still just a bit too big. I want them more slender, but I do want them to have some shape, is the thing. I like that. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Is that, like, if I did the horns coming back in that crescent shape, does that work for you guys? I dig it, but I may just be reaching way too far in, like, the idea of, like, concept. And it would be peeking out of that smoke. Let me know, because it's weighing on me heavily. Just for cheating's sake. The other one would be like here. I really, really dig that. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm really digging that. Yeah. Erase a little bit more just so I don't got to deal with them in a moment. Yeah. It also feels like he is the bone collector. Like he's going around like very Krampus style. Like he can put these things on his back. That's the intent. That's why they're there. I'm gonna merge them. I love that. I'm digging that look. Okay. This big billow of smoke and fire and... To be honest, I pick color schemes and then try to make a rough idea of the character. Oh, so you do colors first. Oh, makes sense. For this one, I kind of got the freedom of picking the colors a little bit. And actually, I say picking the colors. Myself, it was more so you guys in the chat that got to pick the colors for this commission, because I remember I was doing this and it very quickly became a hey, like someone, I forget who, and I'm so sorry. It was many moons ago. Brought up, what if the fire was red? And it was like, duh. Or what if the fire was blue? Like, oh, what? Duh. What if the fire was blue? That'd be crazy cool. And it stuck, and the client loved it. So your check's in the mail, mystery person. There's the dog again. But yeah, I have you guys to thank for that, because that was piece de resistance. Let me just finish these up because I do want to... I would like to merge my layers. It's got such like a beauty to it too, like that flowing of the smoky mane. That's gonna be great. And even the hair has like this very tendrily vibe. Yeah, I'm super glad I elongated that. Okay, cool. My thing, and I need to be better about it, is I constantly go to, what's the term? Symmetrical designs. So if I do the tendrils on one side, I gotta do the tendrils on the other. I'm constantly drawn to that, and I would love to be a little bit more comfortable with my variation. And I know that I'm not. Like, for me, there's a comfortability in 2 arms, 2 legs. And in designs just being, perfectly symmetrical, and I don't know. I default to it. I get so uncomfortable when I don't when like I'm doing something new like that. I get in my own head, and I end up defaulting to what I know. So let's do that. These kind of spurs in the design are going to emulate almost like hip bones. I want the pants to almost emulate like those pantaloons, the puffy pants. Yeah. I caught Puss in Boots: The Last Wish the other day, by the way. Speaking of like the fashion of pantaloons, it was so good. It was so good. I watched it with my kids, and I'll be honest, they didn't care for it. I am looking for excuses to watch it again. I am looking for excuses. because I was such a fan. It was just a really good feel-good movie, and I remember watching it, and what I spoil myself on that stuff because I will look up information about it prior to it coming out. Like, I looked up what are the reviews. I didn't look up a ton. I just looked up, like, what are the reviews, what are people saying about it. And only good stuff. Which I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, you don't get a lot of movies that everyone kind of widely agrees are good. You get a lot of, why do people hate it? So it was refreshing. It's a little too spindly. There we go. It's a little bit closer to what I was looking for. There we go. We're getting some knee action. There we go. And I'm getting excited about Chicken Stream on Wednesday, which is I don't like saying it, but it's also my birthday stream. So I'm hoping that we can have a good turnout. I don't want to say the whole of like, oh, but hopefully we can get me to affiliate. I don't want to be that person, but I'm really close. Be a great birthday present if we can get people to show up. I have the follower count. I just don't have the average viewer, so it'd be really cool if you could tell your friends. But I'm not gonna be that person, so I'm not gonna say that. Go. Do that. Okay. I am going to need to move this over just a scooch so I can do this tail and wispiness. This big wispy cloud of a tail, of a cloak. It's so many things. I don't like that shape at all. I don't like that shape. That's the same shape. There we go. No. It's a little too two-dimensional. Bring it over just a bit. Or if I bring... Oh, what if I do this side? Is that it? Is that the one? That might be the one. If I bring this down just a bit. No, I didn't like that at all. There we go. Yeah. For those of you just joining us, hello, welcome. So glad you could make it. I'm working up a commission here. Following this, we're going to do a art request stream. So if you've got ideas or crazy concepts that you want to see, keep them going. Keep those juices flowing. I've decided I didn't like any of what I did. Go simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, we'll see what we do. I really want that to be smoky, but it flows down so well. I need to find a way to get it to flow back up without, you know, being weird. Forgot about this beard, by the way. Forgot that he has a long, flowy beard. It's like, speaking of that, didn't we have a beard? Very off kilter. Yeah. Yeah, big, goatee, beardy beard boy. Excuse me, sir. I couldn't help but notice that you look, like Father Time himself. Is everything okay at home? Can find those. I want to see that without the... We're getting that sauce. We're getting that good sauce. Okay. Gosh, this is one of my new favorite designs. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an artist and I have to say, oh, every design is my favorite. This is one of my favorite designs. I don't trust myself enough. I'm putting this on a new layer. And the idea was pitchfork but not pitchfork. So the idea was, what if it is these tangled up vines? Almost, so like a branch. And then we'll have this wisp of fiery spirit soul within it, trapped within it. Because I think that's the premise that we're going for is one of the key elements with this whole line from the client was that it's like a shepherd. But also a wolf in sheep's clothing type of deal. And I love that. The concept that it is both... It is something dangerous, pretending to be something innocent, while also something dangerous, pretending to be a protector. It's so moving. Such a cool concept. A lot of that's going to be hidden, which is good because a lot of that I wasn't comfortable with the flow of, so I'm going behind his foot there. Is the skinniness believable? Let's adjust. Let's adjust. We call this controlling what we can when things feel out of control. And I call this starting over. Oops. Not that much over. Look out. There we go. Okay. Up there. And too much. This makes me so much want to play Cult of the Lamb, which is on my list of things to play. And I have so many things that I need to play. Wednesday I'm doing more Little Misfortune, and my list of indie games and things like that I want to play is so very, very long, and I worry that I will never get to all of them. But Cult of the Lamb is on there, and I will get to it. Let me look at my initial there. Okay, I will get to it. I just... Oh, there's so many things on the list. That's the problem. There's so many things on the list. Okay, but this I like. Chef's kiss. I love. Let's color him. Chef's kiss. Okay, I always start with my base because that tells... I'll be able to tell where I didn't color. So that's why I like to start with that base there. And then I want to come in with some of these, like, shocking hues. So this is going to be white, and that's going to be hard to do because that one I'll have to do separately. He is wizened. So very wizened. Come here and polish those sections off. Fun fact about me, I love drawing. Coloring is not my favorite thing to do in the world. I am not a fan of color. The other thing is painting. I am not a painter. I can do it. I do not have fun. I just don't. I don't know what it is. I don't have a good time painting. Not a good time Charlie when it comes to painting. I mean, I can enjoy it. I've done like those paint nights where you go and you have wine and you paint. And they're good. They're fun. I like to drink. But I cannot. For me, painting a picture and painting a house feel so drastically the same. And and painting a house is a chore. Love the snapping in this song. I've never heard it before, but I do love the snapping. I'm hoping you guys can hear this song. I realized last time my music was not playing. Or was not loud enough to be heard. That needs a little more blending. That looked kind of ridiculous. You dye your beard there, guy? Do that. Given the lore and context, I know it doesn't make a ton of sense to have this be black, but I feel like it works. So for those of you new and joining us, this is a commission that I have, and there were a couple different rules to it. One of which was that the previous iteration, if I can just show you here, this guy was an imp wearing the skin of a goat, and the blue is the soul of this goat. He evolves, becomes bigger, and he becomes more meditative, more of a spiritual leader, a shepherd, if you will, to many. And so that kind of goes with that. He's floating, he's meditating, and he has this dark, shadowy presence attached to him. The flame has migrated from being on his tail and this little tiny light to being this large lantern that he carries with him. And he's become enlightened, and so the fire has moved to his head. And then we're going to this version, where the fire is controlled. He is like a wildfire master. And with that, I didn't even think about it. This cloak of fiery energy that we did before would be great as the actual blue fire. I was wondering what color to make it. And if we do this, big fan of that. I said big fan of that. Get on board. Single line. Get on board. We're going to run into some issues on here. So I'm just going to overcolor, color out. That's all going to be colored different color anyway. So we're all good there. And then I'm going to come back and recolor that outline. Yeah, because this is fire now. This was fur and potentially smoke. Now it is just going to be straight up fire. And I dig that. I'll recolor it. It's okay. Actually, that one, I'll get to it when I get to it. I can fix that other stuff later. I just want to make sure that we go over the lines so that when we color them later, they'll be good. Because this gray will trick me later, and I'll believe that it's the outline. So I need to make sure that I get right up to it. The red is okay. Just I know what I'm saying sounds like a ton of gibberish. Trust the method. Trust the method. Okay, here we go. Eee. Trust the method. Trust the method. Trust the method. This stuff, you don't gotta trust the method. This stuff here, you don't gotta trust the method. Just be overly cautious. Overdraw on your lines. Because you don't want... With this light blue, if I miss a part of red, it will be crazy visible. So I need to make sure that I get it. And here, what we're going to do is this. Nope, not that. Incorrect. Doesn't look like I'm doing anything. I promise I am. I'm going through and I'm coloring the black outline here to now be reflected as this slightly darker blue. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I can see it. We're good. So I'm just going through, recoloring these black outlines to reflect this blue instead. And I'm hoping that I'm not overdrawing on anything that I'll have to go back and fix. Because that'll be a pain. This is where with like drawing and art and stuff, you have to go into like a 3D mindset. Like, what is overlapping? You know, what is not just what's on the 2D page, but what exists in the three-dimensional space. Like, because here it's like that arm is really close, but it's not close enough that I would say, you know, oh, well, I'll just get both. It doesn't work that way. I'm gonna miss something. And that's what's painful, is I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna overcolor a black line and end up redoing this all over again in inverse. So like if I do that, you know, like where, do we have anywhere that I'm cutting off black line that should be, I have places that I forgot to color, or that I got lazy. I think we're okay. I think we're good. So I'm going to take this and say everywhere that blue line is, get rid of the black line. Merge the two. Bada booey. Bada booey. BT dubs, by the way, while you're watching, if you are interested, we actually recently opened up a Discord group. We're a small group, very vocal, very, very loving, so please feel free to join our group. Very wonderful group of people in there. I can't speak highly enough about them. Oh, I forgot that shortcut doesn't do anything anymore. You can find the links down below. If you're watching this on Twitch, it'll be down below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description. So down below on Twitch, you'll see a golden button. Go ahead and click that. And that'll take you to the links for our stuff. For our Discord. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do so many things at once right now. And that's on me. Sorry. My bad. Don't leave me. Trying to figure out how I want to do this fire. If I want to do it like fire, I gotta do it jagged is the thing. I'm so interested in how this is gonna look. I hope it looks good. And the thing is, it may not look good, but what I kind of know what I'm going to be doing in the end here, and I'm hoping that it works out. That I'm going to have to fill in because, again, in 3D space, that section wouldn't be there. I'm being very picky. More picky than I should be. Yeah, like this. Ugh. Fix, fix, fix. Fix, fix, fixy, 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 fix. There we are. We're trying our best. Not breaking down. Fire so hard because this whole area is going to give off its own light. I'm just so unsure. I'm just so unsure. Whatever this was is a little darker. That's the formula we've been following on the horns. Whatever that is a little bit darker. The cloven hoofs of the devil. I think we're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. I have to convince myself that we're getting this. I would like a little bit more of this in here. That's the one. That's the ticket right there. Nope. It feels like just random lines, but there's method here. There is something going on. Because I want to capture some of these shapes, but it gets hard because it all becomes kind of a blob. Eee. There we go. I think we're getting there. We're getting somewhere that I'm happy with. What were the colors of the initial character's eyes? Orange and yellow. Good to know, because that's not what I was gonna do. Here we go. Grab that yellow, pop that in there. Fix that blue that I just destroyed. I'm really liking that blue with this yellow. You know what? You know what I'm digging? You know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna add a little bit more white to this. Because I know that the client is going to ask, like, hey, I know I said no skulls, but I anticipated a little bit of white. So I'm curious what this would look like if I were to just do, like... harsh cut. That's fine. I'm gonna assume that's okay. I do like that. I do like that. Do I like that? Yeah, it needs something, and I think the white works. I think the white is kind of what was needed there. No, not you, sorry. I want this color. I can make this like almost like a birch. Very dead plant, very dead twiggy, dead twiggly. You know. Hands? Again, I always default to symmetry. I'm like, the feet are white, so the hands should be white too, right? So that works. I have such a hard time accepting that it's not symmetrical. You know, I want it to be symmetrical, and I know that that's not the case. That's not what is called for in the design. Let's bring this fire to life. I need something to distract me from it, because I'm going to overthink it like crazy. No. What? No. I wanted this color. Yeah. I need it to be dark. Just slightly. Yeah. That there. That sheet. Again, that three-dimensional concept. That's what tricks you. What gets you. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I want it to go. I would like it to go through those horns, because that's where the previous fire was, right? And no, I disagree. Never mind. Again, overthinking. I don't know why I do that to myself. Here and here. I need to get rid of. There we go. And then I come here. I do that. Ooh, that's working out better than I thought. I thought that that was going to be a complete nightmare. I mean, I'm not out of the woods yet, but... Ugh, ugh, oh! Oh, I'm gonna blur it. We'll be good. I forgot. It gets blurred at the end because it's fire. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. So we have the shade. With the shade. Shade's something that gives off its own light. Okay. Not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it at all. Here we go. 25. Oh, that's not 25. 25 because I want to add a little bit of vibrancy to it, and then if I go down I can go to a minus 25 because I also want it to be dark. That's the thing that I've learned with shadow is for the look that I'm trying to achieve, at least, you need a little bit more vibrancy because I don't want to dull what's in shadow. Does that make sense? I want to change the color, but I don't want to dull it. Cheeseburger Apocalypse, good morning, y'all peeps of the chat. What's going on, Cheeseburger Apocalypse? How's it going? I'm glad you were able to join in. I was watching your stream the other day. I was not anticipating you to hop in, so I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. We're just doing some arting. Drawing this commission, which is a demon goat character. It's 7 a.m. I passed the fuck out last night at 10 p.m. I was exhausted. How's the stream going? Stream's going good. Stream is moving along as we do, you know? Having a good time doing some art, just kind of relaxing, vibing out. I'm gonna need to come to you for some art stuff then. I welcome it. I do welcome it. It's something that I love doing. That's why I'm here. Because it's a joy to do. You know? Whether I get 1 million viewers or 2, 3. It's something that I enjoy doing. So that's why I'm here. That. Why would I? I've never hit that button before when drawing. Why would I hit tab? How's your streams been going, by the way? Well, yeah, I'm gonna def hit you up if I need some designs for the city. Oh, for sure, dude. I'm always down, especially to help other streamers. I love getting to know that I'm getting to be a part of something that they're working on. I love getting to be a part of projects. That's why I do it. Is, you know, I've worked on a couple different video games for people, and I've worked on some just independent projects and things with friends of mine, and comic books, all sorts of stuff. And it's something that I love doing. I love doing the art. I love being involved in these projects and just getting to work in the art community, you know? It's a joy, and it's a wonderful community that I am so excited that I get to be a part of. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, for sure. It's... like I said, I love that there is an art community and art presence in so many different places. And I love so much getting to be a part of it. So you need some stuff done, you let me know. I was recently thinking, because my goal here is to try to make affiliate. That's the Big Beans goal, right? And someone mentioned, like, oh, I was talking to another artist, and they were saying, like, oh yeah, I've already got all my stickers and stuff done. And I was like, oh, shit, was I supposed to be doing that? So, always stuff. It's always like your stuff. As an artist, it's always your stuff that you forget about. It's your personal projects that you're like, oh, right, I was supposed to be doing something. My friend Stellar Avenger is over on the YouTube side checking us out, and he was having troubles with Twitch. and one of the best artists that I know. And it's so crazy, like whether you're the caliber that I'm at or the caliber that he's at, because his stuff is truly amazing. You run into so many of the same issues. Exactly. You keep doing stuff for others and you forget your own shit. For sure. For sure. Like, that's just... I don't know. Some people are born to serve. Some people are born to be served. And as artists, you know, you can draw your own stuff all day, every day. But eventually, like, you get to the point that you're like, I want to do something for other people. I want to be... I want to help others with what I do. And, you know, it's... You do it, and eventually you get to the point where you're like, oh man, I forgot that I forgot to do for me for a little bit. You know? Like this right here, this is a commission that I'm working on, and I love it. But in a minute here, once I finish this up, we're going to hop on to doing some, you know, whatever crazy ideas you guys got. I love doing the random art streams because they're just so... Like, I get the best of every world. I get to draw something weird and crazy, which I love drawing weird and crazy. But I also get to draw for some... it's the wrong button. Jeez. I also get to draw for someone else. And I love drawing for other people. I just got hit with that 2 days ago. One of the staff for my game server told me you did all this, people, and you still don't have one clothes that you like to wear in your own game. Hit me right in the feels. Oh, freaking... Yeah. It's... Oh, it hits you right in the gut of like, oh man. That's true, ain't it? Yeah, it's... Live to serve. That's the whole point. That's why we're on Twitch, you know? Make other people's day, make other people happy. Play games that other people get to see, like, yeah, I know there's the stuff everyone talks about, like, oh, I want to make affiliate, oh, I want to make partner, I want to make this and that, but end of the day, you know, it's like, we like making people feel something, we like making people laugh, we like making people get excited to take part in our little achievements, you know. That's the whole point, that's why we're here. So, not why we're, I mean, I say why we're here as if it's like, that's why we're put on this earth. No, I mean, like, that's why we're on Twitch. Because we like being a part of a community and we like sharing our excitement for things with that community, right? Like, you're there because you want to share, you know, you get your joy. Like, you play a lot of, I was saying, you play some first-person shooters and stuff, Cheeseburger, and you want to share that joy. Like, I play a game and I laugh and I have fun because the game's fun and because of that. But if I were by myself, I could still have fun, but I'm not laughing, you know? Exactly, the feeling that you see the joy in others when you bring something they imagine to life. As an artist, for sure. Like, this concept of everything that I draw, of like, all the projects I get to work on and things, I see stuff like this and I'm like, dude, this is one of my favorite designs of a character. Like, immediately. And I know I got to do the design, but just like the idea that the person had, that carries so much. Where it's like, this is someone's want. This is someone's character they put thought and effort into. And it means something to them, and so it means something to me. I do FPS off stream mostly. On stream, I do mostly GTA roleplay on my own server and story-based games. Yeah. But like, yeah, but like, same rules apply, right? Like, you could play the game a million times by yourself, have your fun, whatever, and sit there in silence. That millionth time that you play with friends, or you play with Twitch viewers and the community and things like that, you're laughing. You know what's happening, but you're having a good time because there's other people there to have a good time with, right? Same thing applies with art. Like, I'll draw the same character a million times. Someone says, hey, why don't you draw it like this or do that? The fact that I'm getting their input and doing something for them, it means something different. I don't know. Maybe I'm too mushy-gushy on it. But, you know, there's the viewer aspect. There's the idea of being with people. There's that whole aspect of it that changes the experience. Is this on? Oh, it's on 50. 55. That's the whole point, right? How's your GTA stuff going? By the way, I noticed that you put that. I can't do it. I play GTA, and the second that someone, like, especially on multiplayer, the second that I'm like doing a heist and someone knocks me off my bike or whatever, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not having fun anymore, dude. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It wipes out the joy that I have in it. Like, I'm like, I get it that it's their goal and everything too, to stop me from completing the heist or whatever. I get so bent out of shape on it. In roleplay, it's not like that. It's more about interactions with people. No one is allowed to just randomly kill you without any reason. They'd get banned. Let me see. In roleplay, it's not like that. It's more about... Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. I get you. I get the difference there. Maybe I need to get more into that scene then. Because when I'm playing, like, oh, I'm just going to hop into this world, it's like one of two things happens when I play GTA servers. One of two things happens. And both things make me not have a good time. One, someone's got a modded client and they are just making it, not even making it difficult to play, impossible to play. You know, like teleporting you somewhere crazy where you can't do anything. Or I suck at a lot of video games. That's why I play like indie games, solo play a lot. On like Wednesdays and Fridays I do horror stuff because I suck at video games. And to be in a game where someone else is watching me suck at video games, or they're relying on me to not suck at video games, that's where I'm like, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun. I'm ruining the experience for someone else, you know? It's basically like a second life for you or your character. If you played to take my talent away from me, how dare you try to take my talent away from me? Yeah. Nobody suck at games more than me. You try to take my talent away from me. Yeah, dude, no, I suck at video games. And that's why it's hard for me. Like, here's the thing. I suck at video games, but, like, if I play it long enough, I'll get good. And I know everyone says that, but for real, like, I have some friends who want to play Halo, and I'm pumped to play Halo. I suck at Halo, but they want to play multiplayer. So we're going to play multiplayer. I play for 2-3 days. I'm good. I'm top of the leaderboards, whatever. Good, great. Fantastic. But I get so anxious over the fact that I'm letting someone down those 2-3 days while I'm waiting to get that good. Kills me. Kills me. I'm going to take this shading right quick, drop it to 5%, duplicate it, make the bottom one have a blue tint, as I do. Give it a little vibrancy. Alright, then we need to bring you in roleplay then. Dude, I'm down. I got into D&D like 2 years ago. I love it, dude. That's my weekend getaway. Like, I have a lot of people that I play with, and sometimes, you know, it's like I'll hear, hey, I can't play. I got a lot of stuff going on in life, and I understand that. That's perfectly fine. That's cool. I accept that. For me, it's the exact opposite. For me, it's like, dude, I had a crap day. I need this game right now. You know, so like, anything that I can do, any game that I can play where there's like a role play element involved, I am down. I'd try it out for real. I'm not even messing with you. I'm not even pulling your leg for the sake of streaming, for the sake of, oh, you know, there's people watching. There's people who are gonna watch this later. I want to make sure I come across. Nah, dude, let's work this out. I'd be down. Hell yeah, dude. I love that stuff. Any moment that I get a second to not be me and get to be some other character, I'm super down for that. Just give it a try. It's addictive AF. A bit hard to get a hold of the rules at first. Yeah, I like, that's my thing too, is I get so scared. I get so scared of other people, man. Like, I don't want to let anybody down. Like, if it's like, hey, I'm learning this, I'm trying to figure it out, and I mess up, I'm like, oh, crap. I can't play this ever again. So many communities, like even art, like that I just like left because I was like, I've embarrassed myself. I can't come back here, and I'm gone. I know it could advance my career. I know it could advance me. Like, I'm gone. I've embarrassed myself. I'm out. Now let's add some effects to this guy here. Some glow modules. That, yeah, but like the addictiveness, that's what happened to me with like D&D. All I think about. I'll spend the day just like, what's going on here? Am I missing something? Oh, I'm a couple layers off. Like when I'm down, when I'm bored, I'll look and be like, okay, what's the next class I'm gonna play? I don't know if you've ever played D&D Cheeseburger, but that is addictive right there. That'll mess you up. I did back in the days, yeah. Yeah, it's fun, but it's like, it's one of those things, like for me at least, like I gotta keep an eye. That's done. I could sit here and I could mess with this all day, but it's done. Should I mess with it all day? I don't know. I feel like I'm done. Like I said, it's supposed to be like the nightmare, like awakened version of this character. But I almost feel like they're swapped. I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna turn it in to the client who commissioned it, and we'll work on it. You know, maybe next time you see it, it may look completely different, but I love it. You know, even if it gets swapped out for something else, I love it. I love the idea of the fire and the story of gathering souls and then becoming this fire and wearing them on his back. I love what we do with those horns too, like curving them back like that to where they come out of the smoke or the fire. That's cool. I'm down for it. Now it's time for some free draw. I don't even know what I'm going to draw. Hey, this came out crazy. Thanks, Ralph. So I did that one. I actually did a couple different versions. So I'm doing some Pokemon commission type characters. I'm not supposed to say Pokemon with them, but I'm doing some characters with an evolutionary process. They wanted something that was like a fire, like a little demon imp character that is wearing like the skin of a goat. It gets a little bit bigger. It wears the skin of a goat a little bit differently. You know, it's the red is coming out more as they're kind of fusing together. This fire takes on almost a life of its own. And then we got here where it's engulfed in the fire. So we did a lot to get to the point that we're at. Now I'm just kind of doing some doodles. But if I'm being completely honest, I had crap sleep last night. You know, like I said at the beginning of the drawing thing, I am wiped out. I was fatigued all day. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for the night. But here's the thing. I have another stream tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat place. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 10 p.m. We're gonna be doing just art requests. So just art requests that whole stream. Come up with some crazy ideas. If you're watching this later, if you're watching this live, come up with some crazy ideas. And we're going to be drawing. And if you look on our Twitter, which is the Sterninator, so go on Twitter, look up the Sterninator. you're gonna see. I'll try to do my best to make it there. Sounds good, Cheeseburger. Appreciate that. We're gonna so go on the Twitter and you can see some of the art that we did last time, or join the Discord down below. If you're watching this on Twitch, you can see it in the Discord down below. The Discord link down below. There's a golden button. Click that. It'll take you to the Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be in the description. You can be up to date with some of the stuff going on, as well as streams. I've got a pretty good stream schedule. Like I said, tomorrow we have another stream coming on at 8 p.m. Wednesday, we are going to be doing Little Misfortune playthrough. It's a little indie game, a lot of fun. And then we're going to be doing some more streaming at night on Thursday, followed by a horror game Friday morning. So a lot of stuff going on. Stay up to date. I suggest you join the Twitter. I suggest you join the Discord so you can know what's going on. And with that, I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to get some rest. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my demeanor. I am a wreck. But I'm glad that I came out today. I'm glad that we got the commission done. I'm glad that I had some people to talk to and hang out with. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you guys for coming by and watching. I'll see you later.